Hi, George. And one more report before I end the day. I have created a flowchart just to show you my understanding on what our process would be for the sales funnel tab. And here it is. Uh, I also need your feedback if we need to update this or correct anything. I'll be happy to receive those as well so we can update this based on what would be our process moving forward. So I have here the project brief, which is you. That will be an information that will be coming from you. I will just gather all the requirements and put them into one place just to make sure that everyone will be aware on where they will be getting all the assets and we are looking on the same folders and files and we only have one basis for everything, so our assets are not scattered all over different locations. Next would be, once I've gathered all those requirements and I understood your project brief, and of course if I do have questions I will be asking them from you before I would even assign them to anyone else. So assigning tasks. The first person to receive a task for sure is Emilio, our designer, for the assets and mock-ups for the landing pages. And I will just review them first and look at them. But basically, when it comes to design, that the approval would be coming from you unless it is very obvious, like a wrong spelling or things like that, then I can work on it, but the final approval would be coming from you. Once it's approved, I will have to again go back and assign it to the front end tab. Well, if it's not approved, you can assign it back to me or comment on me, mention me on the task and let me know that we have an adjustment. I just prefer to be looped in every time you make a decision so that I don't get lost on what the status of the project is. So that's just something that I would really want to ask from you, is that I would always be looped in your decisions, especially just within this project, of course. And front end dev, once that's approved, it will go to front end dev. And again, I would assume the final assignment would be coming from me once after I get your approval on the design. Once that's done, front end develops the front of the website. Yeah. And then once that's done, we have our first QA for the front end. If it's approved, I will send it back to our back end. And if it's not approved, I'll give it back to him. And then once it's approved, back end works on it. I'm not this on the back end. I'm not really very sure about what's happening on the back end. I just heard you guys talking about the order form and the number of characters for the fields is, I think, a big issue right now. So I would have to have another meeting with Jess, I believe, and maybe on the next meeting I may also have some questions for them. And so back end dev. So for the back end review, I would need George's review on the back end just to make sure that the upper hand on the approval of this is him because he's your tech lead. And then once he approves that, I would just expect to receive the QA environment for the final testing. Once the final testing is good, I will update the task and make sure that everyone has updated their individual tasks and has updated their comments, included links that's needed, and all that, so that I have all the information that I need before I endorse them to you for approval. So once um, all these environment has been approved, QA'd, and tested, I will just endorse them to you for launch. Now it's still your decision if you are going to launch or not. I have thought about the launch and I'm not really sure who would be doing the actual launch, meaning switching all those buttons or switching all those yeah, to make this live, a live website, because all I've been seeing on your videos is the auxiliary path, which I believe is the testing environment. So this, and I'm not sure who does that, if it's going to be you or if it's going to be me, but I think it will be you. So just let me know if there's anything I miss, or if you have any corrections, let me know. Thank you so much. Bye.